So here's something I find a lot of us in the world have a hard time wrapping our minds around. And it's the idea that the wealthiest people in our world typically have also solved some of the world's biggest problems. So I'm going to name a couple I have a top 10 list here. I'm going to name a couple of these. No, I'm not going to name them because I don't want you to put your subjective perspective on them. I just want you to hear the problem they're solving, right? So there's a guy who wanted to help people figure out where they could find information on the internet and make it a bit more accessible. So like the internet's coming up and there's like it's so difficult for people to research certain stuff and how do I get to this page? Where do I find this page? And it's like, the internet's not even a useful tool to people because people don't know how to research anything, right? So he designs a search engine in order to help people access information and enhance internet search capabilities. This is Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google, net worth 161 billion. There's also a guy so personal computers were coming up, right? And his focus was making these computers more accessible, right? So same thing, these computers, it's like, they're kind of like more for like freaking like geniuses, right? Like the average person doesn't really understand how these things work. And so he helped in making personal computers more accessible and created softwares to make it more user friendly. So like me, you, and your mama, right, could use these computers, right? This is Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, 165 billion. There's a guy out there who saw that there was a big problem with connectivity, right? So like this is a problem that I had growing up. I would meet somebody, we're on vacation and I meet them, really, really cool person. And it's like, all right, well, see you never again. And so wanted to create a platform where people could connect with each other, right? Could share information. This is Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, 250 billion. There's another guy who saw retail online was very difficult, wasn't very accessible or convenient, took forever. This guy's name is Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon. The challenge is a lot of times we look at wealthy people and we think, oh, all they care about is money, right? I went to Brazil. I used to play basketball in Brazil. And when I was there, they thought I was like, because I'm American, I come from this wealthy place. And so they thought all I cared about was money just because I was American. And I'm there, I'm like, look, guys, I'm a normal guy. And it hit me when I was there. It's like, oh, this is how I sometimes look at wealthy people. Because sometimes, even myself, I had this view of people who were ultra wealthy, like, oh, they must just care about money. Guys, some of the wealthiest people in the world, they care more about solving problems than you. That's why they're so wealthy. A lot of times it wasn't even for making the money. It was like something they were passionate about. They were in like college and they're on their computer all the time because they love, I mean, look, there's a guy out here who he wanted to help create sustainable transportation through electric vehicles and reignite space exploration. This guy's name's Elon Musk. He's worth 400 billion. But he just cares about money. He just wants to make his pockets bigger. That's not even why he did all this stuff. So what I've realized is if we want to become wealthier, we just have to solve more problems. And maybe you're not ready to solve the electric vehicle problem or the online retail problem, but maybe there's a problem in the school that you work at. Maybe at your job, there's a problem that needs to be solved. Start there. Oh, well, they won't let me solve it. That's when you leave and you create your own. First, try to solve it where you are. And if they won't let you, there's too much red tape at the position that you're at. Well, that's when you maybe go find a company who will let you solve and you keep pushing the envelope till you get to the top. And then once you get to the top and you realize no one cares about solving the problem that you care about solving, that's when you go start a company to solve it yourself. John F. Kennedy said something powerful. He said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And I just so happen to believe that if more of us took an approach of what can I do to solve the problems in the world that I'm in, we might find ourselves moving up this socioeconomic ladder the same way we see a lot of these other people as well. So, yeah, that's all I got. Peace.